enough of that. Anyways, hey guys, Big O here, and in today's video I'm going to be going over why we fail. Now of course, if you guys have followed me for a while now, you guys will actually realize that I have done a 5 rules to failure, but I don't think that I did justice on that, so that's why I'm going over it one more time. So before we get into it, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that post notification, all that good stuff. And as always, let's get into it. All right, it's kind of windy out here, so I'm just gonna try and get as many tips as I can out here before I actually get home, and then finish it off there. So starting with number 1 on the list is that people will never really start, whether that be through them not having the skills, or that they just don't feel like they're ready for it yet. Whatever it may be, people don't exactly see that as something that they can actually start on, because that's the process of actually going towards success. Because if you don't really start on something, you're more than likely not going to actually get there and get to that success in the end. So always look towards trying to actually start, because if you don't start, you're more than likely going to just fail. So start whatever you're trying to get to. Number 2 on the list is that people lack patience, because they might actually start it, but they don't exactly have the patience to go after it, and they just never really get to it at the end of the day. So, if you lack patience, I have a video on that. I might link it in the description. So go ahead and watch that if you are lacking patience. Because more than likely, if you don't have the patience to actually get through whatever you're trying to get through or get to success, you're more than likely just going to fail, just because you require patience, because success is not overnight. Many people have stated it. There never was going to be a overnight success, and there never will be. So success is more or less having the patience to actually get to where you're wanting to be. All right, number 3 on that list is that people don't have a purpose behind their actions. So basically, if you have no purpose behind whatever you're trying to go after, or every single action that you might take, this dog might actually bark right here, just in case. But if you don't have a purpose behind your actions, you're more than likely going to not exactly get to where you're actually wanting to be, because if you don't have a purpose, you're just kind of running around like a headless chicken. So if you basically go around with a purpose, you're more than likely going to see something in your life that actually has a purpose to it. You're going after something because you have something that you're striving for. So have a purpose behind your actions as well. All right, number 4 on that list is that there is no determination, or there's a lack of determination. So if you're not really determined to get to where you're wanting to be, you're more than likely not going to get there, because you need to have a determination. You need to have a goal. You need to have something that's pushing you forward, because if you don't have anything that's pushing you forward, you're more than likely not going to keep at it. You're not going to actually succeed on that, whatever it is. So you're going to go down a spiral of failure, considering that if you have no goals. Dogs are barking. Sorry about that, the dog started barking. But if you lack determination, you're not going to have a goal, and you're not exactly going to get what you want. You're just going to go down a spiral of failure. So be determined on whatever you're trying to get to. All right, and I'm just about to get home, so give me 1 second. And we're back. All right, so starting off with number 5 is that people want fast results. You're never really going to get fast results, at least up front, whenever you're just starting out or something like that. So if you're expecting fast results with anything, you're more than likely not going to get it, considering that nothing really is overnight. So, I get into this problem as well, where I feel like everything needs to go fast, but whenever I start something, I realize that it has to go through a process of people actually finding it, people liking it, people, just wanting to see more of whatever you're doing. So, just stop worrying about getting fast results and start worrying more about just putting stuff out there and seeing what works, seeing what doesn't. So, don't expect fast results. Number 6 is that there is a fear factor in it. So basically, people are afraid of actually doing it because, as I said in number 1, they're afraid to start it just because they feel like they don't have enough skills or whatever. They have a fear associated with actually doing something. So, if you have a fear of, more than likely not looking good or, whatever it may be, you have to push through that fear and actually overcome it. So, more than likely, you have to actually just get to the point where you are just not fearing those things as much. Number 7 is that we're always trying to be accepted. So basically, we try to get everybody to like us all at once. And if you're looking for success, you're not going to have everybody like you for who you are. So instead of trying to get everybody to like every single thing about you, because more than likely there's going to be somebody that's going to say, oh, you don't look like this, you don't look like that, why are you doing that? You're more than likely just going to get those kinds of people that are always going to be negative about what you're doing. Now, of course, if you're more or less wanting to get away from that, that's actually perfectly fine, because you shouldn't have to be accepted by every single person, because not every single person will accept you for who you are. Number 8 is that there is no desire, or at least there's a lack of desire. So if you don't actually desire the chance of actually getting success, then you're more than likely just going to fail because you're not exactly really wanting it. So if you don't really want something, you're more than likely never going to get it, because it's just not exactly something that you're just looking for. So the more you try to get success but you don't really desire it, when you don't exactly have that desire, you're more than likely just going to start self-sabotaging yourself, no matter what you try to do. So if you have that desire, you're more than likely going to succeed because you really want that one thing. Number 9 is that you try to do everything all at once. So you're basically trying to get your family sorted while getting your friends sorted, while trying to get your business sorted, while trying to, do all these things all at once, that you're just like, how am I doing this? What am I doing? Like, how am I just... you're going to get really overwhelmed. And the more you get overwhelmed, the more you're going to just really not get to where you're wanting to get to, because you're not really focusing on one specific thing that you're wanting to get to. So always focus on one specific thing before you move on to the next. Number 10 is that you're not exactly wanting to change. So you're basically wanting to become successful, but you're not exactly wanting to change anything that you're doing. If you are at a point in your life that nothing is really working, but you're wanting to become successful, but at the same time you're not wanting to change anything that you're doing, there is no chance in the world that you can actually get to where you're wanting to be without changing anything. So you have to actually change something before you get something else. So that's why you have to experiment, you have to change things up, you have to really see what works for you. Number 10 is that you're not wanting to change anything. Number 10 is that you're not wanting to change. So basically, you're just trying to, become successful. Number 10 is that you're not exactly wanting to change. So you're basically wanting to become successful, but you're not exactly wanting to change anything that you're doing. If you are at a point in your life that nothing is really working, but you're wanting to become successful, but at the same time you're not wanting to change anything that you're doing, there is no chance in the world that you can actually get to where you're wanting to be without changing anything. So you have to actually change something before you get something else. So that's why you have to experiment, you have to change things up, you have to really see what works for you. Now, if you guys like this video and you guys want to see more like this, go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit that post notification bell so you guys get notified when I upload next. If you guys think that I missed anything in this video, go and leave it in the comments down below with any of your suggestions or anything to add. It might help somebody else out. It might help me out with actually thinking of it in a very different way as well. So, as always, I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you guys next time.